Hello, it's Stacey Holt from Real Estate Excellence. This short video, I'm going to have a quick chat to Queensland property agents, licensees of course, and most particularly wonderful property managers. I'm going to chat to you about as a tip and a reminder, about what I call the second most important document in our business. Number one, of course, being the PO Form 6 Management Agreement Contract. I'm talking about the RTA Form 18A Tenancy Agreement Contract. So some tips and reminders about it. We know that the 18A is a legal binding contract between the lessor that we represent as agent and the tenant. We know that we're legally representative of the lessor, and we're appointed by the PO Act and the PO Form 6 to manage the lessor's legal obligations under tenancy law and others, such as smoke alarms, safety switches, pool safety and more. So we manage their obligations and teach and educate them in relation to it. So I'm just quickly changing screens as we have a quick look at the 18A contract. Now, in my training and education services, or as part of membership advisory, when we show the template or members download it from Member Online, I've often been asked over the years and said, Stacey, your example looks different to ours. And I say, I know, but they're both right. It's cosmetic. I use the RTA Form 18A as my education training template. Now, your boss pays good money for good service, so your boss is using either ADL form provider or RealWorks. So two different great providers that we choose privately on what product or service we wish to use. So because of that, I just use the RTA one because they are different. As I say, there's a bit of cosmetic, but there's also another difference which I'm about to share with you. Just a reminder, Property Management Excellence PME system members, we've got a training example and a best practice completed one. Some sticky notes here and there for you, and of course as part of support services, let us know if we could be of any assistance. But the main purpose of this short video for all is to have a quick chat to you, because in the busyness of operational management and property management, we can innocently fall into a rut, either forget or maybe not have been with respect taught properly the first time. So no matter who you are, whether you're in Cape York, Cairns, private landlord, you and me, Coolangatta, it don't matter in Queensland. We know that the Form 18 tenancy contract must have the standard terms in them, and the standard terms are 1 to 44. So the standard terms, no matter who you are, private lessor or you or me, it don't matter. The standard terms of a tenancy agreement are prescribed in the regulations of the RTRA Act. Now the notes I've just got on screen from the PME manual, Property Management Excellence Manual, folder chapter 6. So PME system members, if we could be of any assistance, because there's a lot of professional development, staff training, you name it, available through the PME system. And of course, if you're not a member of Real Estate Excellence, we'd love your business and we love the opportunity to present the benefits, services and the investment costs. So realestateexcellence.com.au. So back on task. So the standard terms are 1 to 44. They're the law and non-negotiable. They must form part of every contract in Queensland. Now, most of the standard terms, as a reminder, or if you're new to property management, reference the law. So the Act is I'm guesstimating, 370 odd pages long, the regulations 170 something, and the standard terms are 5 pages long. So they're correct, but they're not complete. And as I always say, the law is the winner, but the standard terms are a helpful reference for everyday operational management, because the day-to-day, not the curlies, the day-to-day matters are covered there to help you manage. And as I always say, less fluff, more fat, get to the facts, okay? To help educate and communicate and negotiate with any party, tenant or lessor. So the Act is always the winner, but the standard terms are great. And also great to study, repetition is the key to retention. Study them like you're back at school. It's great. It's your career, it's your profession. Now, special terms are terms that are not standard terms. They're not always statutory in the Act law. However, they're generally lawful, and they must be lawful, obviously, or it's against the law. The terms are only lawful, of course, if they don't contract outside the Act. And the classic example is you must do professional carpet cleaning. Well, no, that contract's out of Section 171 and Section 53 of the Act, which are penalty units and offences under the Act. So you can't make someone provide me a receipt, and because of those provisions. I've given an example in my PME chapter here. If a special term was added to a tenancy contract which required tenants to attend to maintenance or an inclusion such as a dishwasher, it won't be fixed if it breaks down. Well, that would be unlawful, as Section 185 of the Act requires the lessor to maintain it. And the Act has provisions. I've mentioned Section 53, which is contracting out, and 54 is inconsistency. Any terms to an agreement cannot stop or change the Act, and terms added cannot be inconsistent with the Act. And there's more information, PME system members, or email us as part of membership support in paragraph 5.14 regarding that if you need. And I've just got Section 185, which I just quoted above, about the landlord's got to maintain their property. They can't contract out that obligation. So as I'm saying, it's important that PMs understand the tenancy agreement and have a refresher or learn, depending on who you privately are with me now. And you're familiar with the standard terms, which we know, again, are law and non-negotiable, special terms which cannot contract outside the law. Now, form providers such as ADL and RealWorks provide us and your agency with special terms and legally drafted by lawyers. If you have any particular questions or concerns about the special terms provided, well, it's obviously best to contact your form provider direct. So some key quick points that should be considered further in relation to understanding the tenancy agreement. Special terms to the agreement can only be written by a lawyer or the lessor. Now, the Legal Profession Act, Section 24 says that. We're not a party to the agreement. We represent a party in item 3, page 1. If the term's already in the standard or special terms, it should not be repeated in annexures or it's there, it's already in the agreement. You might have a best practice standalone document, but there's no need to repeat things in the document. As I'm suggesting, and one of the purposes of this tip and reminder of the second most important document in our business, the Form 18A contract, is of course regularly reviewed. Repetition's a key to retention. Understand your core document. And of course, if tenants breach the agreement or contract and they need to be given a breach, the standard or special term reference number or relevant section of the Act should be referenced on the breach notice. So this is Stacey Holt from Real Estate Excellence, realestateexcellence.com.au. If we can be of any assistance, and members of Real Estate Excellence, you know where we are. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.